Read the book. Read.
Hey, I'm Emma. I'm new here, but I've been hanging around with the camera guy for a while. We're gonna do a frame-off build on a Sport Jeep that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. So 2-up suspension, paint by Lucky Strike. We're gonna do some SMT wheels. Today, we're actually going to work through some motor work so that we can take it in a few weeks to get tuned.
Yeah, and today we're gonna be putting on a Performance Machine air breather, as well as the Lloyd's 585 cams.
Okay, so what all do we have in here?
So in here, this is where all your cams are. So this is actually one end of the crankshaft right here. Right here is your intake cam, and then your front and rear exhaust cam. This right here is gonna be the timing chain and the timing gears chain tensioner. So we're gonna end up removing all of this. We have some special tools that we're gonna use that keeps everything in place so that way parts that we don't want to fall out don't fall out.
Okay.
Other than that, we'll get started on this and should be good fun.
Awesome.
First step before we actually start unbolting anything is to make sure that the motor is at top dead center. To do that, this timing mark here is gonna point straight forward, and this timing mark here is gonna point straight down. There's another one here, it's kind of hidden behind the washer, but those two will actually face each other here.
Okay.
Easiest way to do that.
An old rotary telephone.
Just like a rotary telephone. So easiest way to do that, one large ratchet, you're gonna put it on that there, and we're gonna turn clockwise. If you wanna go ahead, just keep a hand on that so it doesn't slip off.
Okay.
So one other thing that we need to check to make sure that the motor is in time, if you look through these two holes here, you're actually gonna see 3 dots on the cam gears back there.
Okay. Yeah.
Right on the teeth of the gears. So you should have 2 and then 1, and then on the other side you'll have 2 and then 1. So just make sure that the back is in time as well.
Yep.
Perfect. So we're in top dead center. Now comes the fun part. We get to start taking stuff apart. All right. Out of our way, easiest way to do that, we're just gonna put our thumb on the inside and slide that in. So all that does is it frees up the chain a little bit so we can work with the chain, because that is also under spring pressure.
Okay.
If you wanna take that, take those 4 bolts the rest of the way out and just set them on that orange rag or the purple rag over there. The next thing that needs to come out, if you wanna grab that 10 mil socket right there. So we're gonna take those 2 bolts out, that plastic piece is gonna come off, and same thing, you can just set that over here with the rest of this. Perfect, and then just set that right over there. And then we'll grab the Woodruff key. Those have a fancy name. That is a Woodruff key.
Which is what?
That helps you keep your time. So what that does is it actually locks the gear to the crankshaft. Otherwise it would just sit there and free spin.
Okay.
Woodruff key, very important. Don't lose these. Everything we've removed so far has been OEM parts. This is the part where we're gonna start introducing specialty tools into the mix to help us get the rest of the stuff out. All of those parts live in this handy dandy bag right here. There is no instructions with these, so we're just gonna figure it out as we go. We might have done this a few times here, so. All right, so these 4 threaded rods, what you're gonna do is these 4 holes right here.
Okay.
So you're just gonna thread those in by finger. They don't have to go all the way in, but get them in there, you know, half an inch or so, just a good several threads on each one of them. Perfect.
That's how the professionals do it.
That's right. That is the professional way.
Yeah.
Just like that, it's perfect. That's perfect. If I didn't know it, shit. Have you done this before?
Here, right?
All right. So now that that special tool is installed, we get another very special tool that is a flat blade screwdriver.
Okay.
The purpose of this tool right here, what you're seeing here is actually the 3 cams themselves, and then this is a cam carrier. So the purpose of this tool is to hold the cams in place while we remove just the carrier. If you just grab this and pull, the lifters and the push rods will fall out.
Okay.
In order to put them back in, you have to take the entire top end of the motor apart. You cannot put them in from the bottom.
Awesome.
So now
I don't want to do that.
you have to remove the motor from the motorcycle, take the entire top end apart, replace all the seals, all the gaskets, and it goes from a hour and a half, 2-hour job to an all-day adventure. So this tool is very important for that reason.
Okay.
So all we're gonna do with this, right, we're just gonna come right on the edge here and just very gently, so you'll kind of walk it back and forth.
Okay.
Just very gently. If you're pushing real hard, try the other side. Perfect. And then so once you get it off of those two, you can use your fingers and just kind of walk it. Perfect. Okay. Just like that. All right. So now we're gonna take these wing nuts back off.
All of them?
All of them, yep. So we'll take these all the way off.
See, right like that.
Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna remove this entire special tool, take our cam carrier and we'll set that aside, and that'll stay there until we go to put everything back together.
Will we reuse all of this stuff? It's only these 3 things we're replacing?
Correct,
Okay.
yep. So everything that we're taking off is gonna go back in with the exception of the cams themselves.
Okay.
That's the only part we're swapping out. I'll open up that box here in just a second, and you'll actually be able to see the cam, and it'll all kind of come together with how everything goes together in the bike, and we can take these out as well. So these 2 outer gears are a split gear, which means they're spring-loaded. Okay. So if you grab it and just pull it off, the teeth on the gear will go like that, and it is not a lot of fun trying to get them lined back up with each other. So that is where these special tools come in. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna slide that on, loosen that enough, just like that. We'll tighten that up just by finger here.
Okay.
And we're just making sure that that's nice and flush all the way around. You wanna make sure that's not crooked at all. And that is where this really, really small ratchet comes in. So you're gonna hold that on there, and then there's that little 5mm bolt right there, right on the bottom.
Okay.
And so you'll put that on, and it works just like a regular ratchet.
That's hilarious.
It's just a really tiny ratchet. And then you'll
How tight do you want me
go,
to make that?
just keep going until this gets a little snug. Perfect, just like that. So that'll stay there. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Oh, that too, yeah. Or what does Joey call me? Baby fingers, magic hands, magic fingers. I got a bunch of nicknames around here. Some are everybody's favorite little person, exactly, you know? Want to film this. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna actually remove the cam gears.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do, this is the very important part. Keep a finger on the cam itself and just slide the gear itself off. Make sure you don't pull the cam out,
okay,
or that's when it turns into a whole day job.
You don't want to work on this all day?
I'm happy to work on this all day, but Ben's gonna need some extra batteries.
He's probably got enough.
Perfect. And then so we'll just set those over here, yep.
Okay.
Perfect. And then the one in the center as well. So same thing, just keep your finger on it, and they should slide right off. Set that over there. Like we mentioned before, woodruff keys are very important. There are 3 woodruff keys. So grab that little magnet, and then and they should come right out. Perfect. And then you'll just set those over there, yep.
Ruined.
No, you're doing great. First time cam install, it's going smoother than mine did. Perfect. Now that's how you remove the woodruff keys. So what you see here is just the camshafts. So, and if you look right here, you can actually see the lifters.
Okay, yeah.
So the lifters sit in here in the lifter block, and then your push rods sit here inside the push rod tubes. And those are your cam lobes. So as the cam goes around, I am nowhere near strong enough to turn these by hand, by the way.
You want me to do it?
Yeah. So by putting in larger cams, that is actually the part that's changing, is the cam lobe itself. Right?
Okay.
So by that being larger and changing the angle at which it curves, that causes the valves to stay open longer and open farther. You get more air and more fuel into the motor. That's how you get more power. Okay. That's what we're actually changing here, is the size of the cam lobes themselves.
Okay, cool.
Easy enough. Now, more special tools. shelf here does is it actually holds the lifter up in place. So we can take the cam out, put the new cam in, and we don't drop lifters and push rods.
Okay.
So these are very important. So the way you're gonna do this, you wanna turn that so it's...
What was that? Okay, yes.
Yep.
Right.
So you wanna turn that so it's in line with the push rod tube. So come back this way just a little bit. Yeah, kind of like that. Now, we have to put the ratchet on, right? So we're gonna turn the cam by hand until that clicks in. And now if you look, see now the cam is nice and loose because we're holding the spring pressure up with this. So now we can actually work with the cams themselves. So we'll do number 2 next. So same thing. So this will go in all the way to the second line. So we keep the shelf pointed just kind of in line with the push rod tube like that. Set it in there, grab your ratchet. And then usually I just put a thumb on the back of that.
On the back of this?
Yeah. And then you'll turn the cam. Yep. And then you'll feel it'll stop because you're fighting the spring. So you need to fight the spring until that. Yep, keep going.
Okay, so that would have been A, maybe.
Yep, so. Yep.
I don't want to break it.
No, you won't break nothing. They're rather stiff springs. Perfect, just like that. And the way you know you were successful is you can grab the cam and it just wiggles around a little bit because we're not fighting the spring anymore.
Okay, yeah.
Just like that.
Cool.
Same thing on here, right? So we're gonna do number 3 next, which is gonna be this one. So we're gonna point that with the push rod tube. So if you wanna grab the front cam there and just kind of gently wiggle it out towards you, it should come right out, just like that.
Fall right out, literally.
Fall right out, all right. So you're gonna wanna take a rag.
Okay.
Hold the body of the cam. We're gonna take the bolt out of it.
Okay.
So grab it and have a good hold on it. The edges of it are very sharp. That's why we hold it with a rag, because it will slice you open if you're not careful.
Okay.
I can do this part if you would prefer.
I'm gonna give it a whirl.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens.
So you'll need this in one hand and the cam in the other, and you're gonna take the bolt out. Don't gotta go crazy with it, it goes a very long ways. Kinda line that up and slide that right in. And then just give it a little wiggle. Perfect, just like that.
Is it in there all the way?
Yep,
Okay.
just like that. Just like that. And we're just gonna push that in like that, right?
Okay.
So there's our 3 dots for our timing marks.
Yep.
While this is not my favorite special tool, probably the most important special tool, a torque wrench. If you don't have one, buy one. So, what we're gonna do, these are 20 Newton meters on these 3 bolts, right? But to finish timing the motor, those lines have a second feature, right? So what you're gonna do, if you notice the timing chain has 2 darker links on it, take the top gear, put the dark link on that line, let it hang. This one also has a line. Put that line on that dark link. If you hold it like that, see it won't fall out. Woodruff key goes back into the gear. These Woodruff keys are important. And then you're gonna take both of these and all together now, slide those on. Just gonna make sure again, right, our timing marks are where they should be. And this is our last opportunity to check. We're gonna make sure that all 3 dots are still where they should be.
Okay.
And they are, perfect.
Okay, so we're wrapping up here. We're gonna leave the stock exhaust on here for now. We do have another one coming. So when we get it tuned, we're gonna steal the one off of Joey's bike and throw that on here just for the tune, and then when ours comes in, we'll throw that one on. All right, now we gotta do the other side.
Now we gotta do the intake side. Yep. How do I feel about the cam install? Oh, that was fantastic. That was
Here,
wonderful.
we can try to do it cam and I do where we have to jump, but then that's harder.
I'm short, but we can do it.
All right, I'll
Ready?
jump short.
Almost. Next, we're gonna install the performance machine intake on this bike. It's gonna look really clean and it's gonna give us the airflow that we need to really work with the cams now that we have that bigger lift and duration from the 585 cams that we just threw in here. 4 bolts and the throttle body is gonna come off in your hands.
Okay.
They're a little bit long. Read book. Read book. Read.
All right, so we finished the cams and the air cleaner. We're gonna get it sent off for dyno tuning in about a week, and then we'll come back and let you guys know about numbers.